Hi everybody and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I thought for my first video I would start off with a makeup tutorial, which is why I am barefaced. So I've just clipped back my hair and I'm gonna start my makeup. So first things first, I use my blending sponge. This is the masked blending sponge from Boots, and I spray it with primer water, which I got in Primark for just €3. I got this one in Dublin, so pennies really. So I just spritz that with that, and then I get my foundation. So this foundation comes with a dropper, which is really handy for getting the right amount. So I start off with about that much, and then I blend it into my cheeks and my chin, my nose and my forehead. So we blend it all in. And when most of it is blended in, I start popping it over my eyelids, my eyebrows, right up to my hairline. And when it's starting to mattify and dry in a little bit, that's when I start blending it down my neck so that we don't have a mask situation going, because nobody wants a makeup mask. First thing my mom taught me about putting on makeup. No one wants a mask or to smell like a horse handbag. Her words, not mine. So, there we go. Foundation pretty much done. Sometimes I might use concealer if I'm feeling particularly spotty or tired, but at the moment I don't have one that I'm using, so I'm gonna skip that for now. So next, I'm starting to use this rice powder from Primark as well. This one I got in pennies in Dublin, and it was €4, but I actually think it was on sale for €1. I really like the rose version of this, but it's been sold out as long as I can remember. So this is a close second. It doesn't smell as good, but it's still nice. So I just tap this out onto the back of a palette, or I'm actually just tapping it out onto my makeup bag right now. And then I get my lovely Spectrum A01 and pat that onto my face. It smells good. Not like roses, but not like rice either. It kind of smells like baby powder, kind of. I do try and stay away from talc products, but at the same time, they do the trick. So I'm going to use a little bit more of this because I didn't get to do my forehead. So I'm tapping a little bit more out. So I know that talc products can be bad if you've got dry skin, because they can make your skin even drier. But for me at the moment, I've got quite an oily T-zone and oily chin area, so I don't really know what that's about. It could be the winter weather, so I use quite a lot of powdery finish. So that's my foundation set. Now my next step is my contour. So I use Too Faced Milk Chocolate Contour. I think it's milk chocolate. The back is worn off, but I'm pretty sure it's milk chocolate. I think the dark was too dark for me. So I just swirl it around and lightly under my cheekbones, just define the cheekbones. It helps if you kind of suck in your face like a fish. And then under the jawline as well, which is particularly good if you have like a cold or anything and your glands are swollen and you've got a little bit of double chin going on. It's really good to define them. And I define the side of my nose And then I don't use any more powder, but I just quickly rub over my temples just to give it that little definition. So we just blend that out a little bit more. This side is a little bit dark. So I'm just blending, and then you can use the powder brush again to blend it out. Perfect. So the next step is my blusher. So this one is coming to the end of its days, I think. This is Dolly Mix from MAC. I've kind of gone off MAC a little bit in recent years, just because it's quite pricey, and I found really good products that just aren't as expensive, and I also like to go for vegan products as much as I can. And MAC, I don't think they're vegan, so yeah, but I love this colour. I've been using it for about 10 years. Since I started wearing makeup, I've been using this colour. So literally just get a little bit on your brush and highlight them apples. I like quite a good bit of blush because I'm quite a rosy cheeked gal as it is. So when I put on my foundation and cover the rosiness, I like to bring it back up. Now, and this brush is also from Primark. It's from a set that I got, I think, last year. And it came with a few other brushes, a foundation brush, some eye brushes, but this is my favourite that I keep using again and again. So now I'm going to do my highlight. So this, for my highlight, I also use a Primark brush. This is from a different set that I got recently. This one also came with a blush brush and an eyebrow brush, which I'm going to use in a few minutes. I'm not mad on the blush brush, it's a little bit too soft. I like it to be a little bit harder, a little bit firmer, so that it keeps the product a little bit more and you don't have to use as much, which is good. So next off, I'm going to do my highlight. It's a little bit dirty, lovely. And this is it Cleopatra's Kiss? No, this is Solstice, which is number 032. And it's got 4 colours. So this one, and this one are powder highlighters, and this one is a cream highlighter. I don't really use the cream one just because I don't like feeling sticky. I like to just be matte and powdered the whole time. So what I like to do, depending on my eye makeup, I'll use this kind of peach on my cheekbones and under my eye, like this. And oh, that's the wrong one. The other side, and go right up to my eye, which makes me look a little bit like an alien until I finish my eyeshadow. And then under my brow I use the pink, because the pink is the brightest one. You would think it might be the kind of whitish cream, but actually the pink one is the brightest one for under the brow, which I love. I love a good brow bone highlight. And I actually just bring that all the way down to my eyelid as a base for my eyeshadow. The other eye. There we go. Lovely. Now that the highlight's done, I'm going to start on my brows. So for my brows, I have started using Kat Von D Super Brow 24 hour Super Brow Pomade. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's really good and it actually does last. I wear light brown, which you can see there. Light brown, oh, I thought I got medium brown, but light brown I think was the best colour. There's not much of a difference between light and medium. But I think this one just had a bit of a warmer shade, whereas the medium was a bit ashier. So for me, I prefer the warmer tones, which kind of match the roots of my hair. So for this, I just grab a little bit. It's it goes far, basically. So I just use a little bit, and then I start to draw in and just fill in where my brows are to start with. I don't really like to add any extra. A makeup artist once told me that if you add any to your brow that isn't actually there, it's very obvious and you can look a bit like a drag queen. Not that I don't love drag queens, I absolutely do, but I don't know if it's appropriate for day-to-day wear. So there we go, I kind of just fill it up. My eyebrows are a little bit uneven due to over plucking as a teenager, because that's what we did in the early 2000s. We loved to have no eyebrows. So there's one brow done. I'm going to do the other one, again like a tiny little bit of product. I'm really happy with this as well. My sister was convinced it was going to dry out, and I've had it for about 3 months now, and it hasn't even dried out a tiny bit, which I'm really happy about. So now the other one. This one's a little bit easier to do because I'm right-handed. Just fill in what's already there. Ooh, something tickling. It's a hair. And I love just doing the start of the eyebrow, like kind of feathery and light. There we go. Now, just even them up. There they are. So, on top of the pomade, I like to use this Flormar eyeshadow. So I've been using this for years as well. I discovered this when I was on holiday in Lanzarote. They had a Flormar shop and I looked it up, and it's really, really cheap. And this, so they actually sell eyeshadows and eyebrow shadows. This is the eyeshadow, but it's exactly the same, and it's like €2 cheaper. So I went for this one, and it's, can you see there? It's in chocolate brown. Can't really see it. Well, trust me on this one, it's chocolate brown. And I literally just use a different brush. This one is an Eco Tools brush that I use for powder, because I don't like to mix the powder and pomade brushes because then it gets kind of clumpy. I just get a little bit of the powder and just set the pomade with the powder. Just so that it is not budging if we touch it, or if I forget and itch my eyebrows or something like that. I don't want that. There we go. So that's my brows done. So now we get on to the fun part, eyeshadow. So when I do my eyeshadow, if I'm in a hurry in the morning, I will grab my Shade to Light palette, Shade and Light. I always call it Shade to Light. This one has been discontinued. This is Kat Von D Eye in Rust. And it's so nice. It's the perfect colours, but it's been discontinued, which is really sad. I've just ordered an individual eyeshadow from Kat Von D, so I will let you know when I get that and do a little video on that. So if I'm in a rush, I'll just use this quad palette. But if I have some time, I'll either use my Naked Heat, which I really like, or my new Colourpop Princess Designer collection, which I really enjoy. I'll put a link to that as well. But I think this one is limited edition and it's sold out now as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Naked Heat palette because it's still readily available and you can pick it up pretty much anywhere. So what I do is I use a big old blending brush. This one is from Elf Cosmetics, Eyes, Lips, Face. And I'll use one of the lightest colours. Sometimes I mix them together and use, this one's called Ounce and Chaser. And I just mix a bit of them and pop that over the lid as a base. We already have the highlighter on as well, so it's not going anywhere. It's just to really make sure that the colours are going to stick. Gorgeous, there we are. Fab. So next step, I'm just going to do like a day look today, so I'm not going to go too dark. So my next step, I'm going to use the Urban Decay brush that comes with the palette. I really like this side, the kind of bigger side. This one I don't use quite so much, but I like the blending side. So I'm going to use the Lumbre, I think it's called. You can see here, this one. And I'm going to use that for my crease and blend it out. So here we go. and you just build it up until you get your desired look. There we go. Lovely. A lovely blended crease. And I'm going to do the other eye. Ooh, slipping. Here we go, and I think this one's a tiny bit darker, so I'm just gonna even them out a tiny bit, make sure that they're the same. Yep, they look good to me. And now I'm gonna get a angled precision brush. This one is from e.l.f. as well, Eyes Lips Face, and I like to use He Devil, which is this one in the middle. It's kind of like a burnt orange, burnt red. So I just blow it off so that it doesn't fall too much. And I use this under my eye to define my lashes. I don't really like using eyeliner under my eye or on the waterline, because I feel that it can make your eyes look smaller. And I'm all about huge eyes, as we know. My eyes are pretty big, so I like to just use that to my advantage. Yeah, there we go. And then if there's a tiny bit of fallout still, go back to your highlighter brush. No need to even top it up, and just brush that away. And then you can also use the precision brush to get a little bit more of that He Devil and just pop it in the corner of the crease. On the other side. There we go. Really, really simple. So now on top of that, I'm just going to grab my highlighting brush again, and I am going to use the lighter colour, or sometimes I do this with highlighter. So I'm going to use Ounce and just pop it in the corner of my eye, like that. Just to give it some definition. Yeah. So that's the eyeshadow done, just nice and simple. And now I'm going to do my liner. So everyone always asks me about my liner and my mascara. My liner is, I don't know if we can see that, Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D in Trooper Black. And just give it a shake, pop the lid off, and away you go. So a really good trick is to start in the middle, work your way out. And then if you draw inwards, it doesn't crease as easily. So start at the end and draw in. And then for the corner, just do a really thin line all the way to the edge and join them together. Just like that. Take some practice, but once you do it every day, which I do, well, almost every day, then you become a pro. So the other eye, I'm going to try and make them match. It's almost like you draw the outline and then join them together. It's pretty hard to talk and do it at the same time. There we go. So there they are. They're pretty even. They're actually almost perfect today, which is good. Sometimes they're not even, but mascara hides that, so it's fine. So for my mascara, at the moment I'm using Bad Gal Bang, and then I'm evening it out with Roller Lash. So usually I just use Roller Lash, which I really, really like. Went to buy a new one recently at the airport, and the girl convinced me to buy Bad Girl Bang, but I don't love it as much. It's a little bit thicker and kind of clumps a little bit, even though it's not supposed to. So I've been using this and using this over it, because this is just the brush to even it out basically. So let me show you. So it's got nice thin bristles, which I like. And I just do a little at a time, trying to get every single lash like that, all the way out to the edge, and being really careful that it doesn't hit the top of your lid and your brow bone. There we go. So that's the Bad Girl Bang done, and now the roller lash on top just really evens it all out. So that's that eye done. I'll do the other eye. I always find the left one so much trickier, just because I'm right-handed and my left hand is basically useless. And I'm quite shaky-handed as well, which can be a bit of a pain, especially for lips and eyes. And then we just get the roller lash. See the way the roller lash brush is like curled, like kind of bendy? That is what I just love. It gets every single lash without even trying. So I just use that over it to separate all the lashes. Definitely when I'm finished my Bad Girl Bang, I'm just going to buy another one of these, because I love it. Okay, and that's my splurge. It's always my splurge. So there we go, face and eyes done. And now I'm going to do my lips. So what I usually do is just rub off any foundation that's left on my lips, just because if you have foundation on your lips, the lipstick will rub off easier because it's not stuck to your lips, it's stuck to the foundation, and the foundation isn't going to stay on your lips if you're eating or drinking. So there we go, it's pretty much gone. I don't wear any lip balm if I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, because again it stops it being matte and it stops it being non-transparent. So what I'm going to do today, just because I'm doing a casual look, I'm going to use my Sephora Cream Lip Stain in number 13, Marvelous Mauve, which I'm going to hopefully pick up another one when I'm in Paris at the end of the month. So don't even need a lip liner with this. You just apply it like gloss and use it to line your lips itself. I got all the way out to the edges, making sure they're super defined. And don't rub your lips together, let it dry. And now the top, be real careful with your Cupid's bow. Draw it on as if you would with lip liner. And then just colour the rest in. There we go. So this is my everyday look that I wear going to university, going teaching, or just even just going out for day-to-day tasks and chores. Yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to do more videos of unboxing and cooking, and especially cooking, maybe some baking as well. Maybe some style videos, maybe some hair tutorials, and yeah, so stay in touch and keep watching. Thanks for watching. Bye.